For viewers that don't know, we're putting together a map or nav board for Todd and his team, and they're going to be racing down in Florida this weekend, I think, and then next weekend in the Nationals, if I have that right. So we put together a kit for him and a brand new product, the nav board, that they're going to test out. It's in beta, and there's some more things we're going to do with it, and I'm just going to run through for Todd what we put together and the use of it, etc. So Todd, this will be your dash bag. Per our discussion, I have added an extra cover, the gray. Also in here, you're going to find your instructions and 2 USB charging cords. You're going to get 2 kits, seal replacement kits for the MH10 lights. Right here is an extra GoPro adapter. So if you want to pull one of the lights off your dash and put it up on your helmet, you can. We're not done with the HC60 headlamp yet. I hope to get that to you by this weekend or ship it out early next week so you'll have it for your next race. All right, in here as well, I have included 3 extra device holder bands. They're again for your canoe. And if you want to double them up, I've kind of been testing with a single band and a double band. Single band seems to be working fine, but if you didn't like that, you could double up the bands just for a little bit stronger hold. Right here is your power bank, so that extra USB power bank. Here you can charge in or you can charge out. So take a battery out of your light, stick it in here, strap it, and then you've got a power bank. Really lightweight, really easy to use, as well as an additional charger for the 18650 batteries. All right, so that's this kit. Oh, and there's also a extra device holder that goes to a GoPro mount, so you can stick it on your canoe and you won't have to take it off your dash. You'll just be able to pull the board off, run over to your canoe, snap it into the bands there, and you'll be good to go. All right, here is, I just turned it on. Here's your 2 MH10 lights. I did include a lanyard with each of them, which will work fine. You can stick them in the dash and just leave the lanyards on there. They don't really get in the way. That way you can pull it off, put it on your wrist, and away you go. If you do mount one or do the helmet mount, then I suggest that you just loop this through one of your holes, like so. Stick it on the mount for your helmet, and then you'll be able to use that. It'll prevent loss of the light if the bracket breaks or if you get in a wreck or something. So you'll still have your light with you. All right. Both the standard 2300 mAh batteries are in the lights. I included 2 of the Nitecore 3400 mAh long life batteries. So now you're going to have 4 batteries, 2 of the extra long life and 2 of the standard. So running at medium on the MH10 lights, which is likely what you might do, is going to run you about 5 hours, and these are going to run about 7 to 8 hours. Kind of depends if you're flicking them up and down. All right, so that's all that kit. And I'll wrap this back up. And I just noticed I forgot to put the battery stops in here. So when you get them, pull off the rear and pull out the battery stops. There'll be like a little paper piece in there just to prevent it from being able to turn on when it's in transport. Also, just in case you didn't know, there's a USB charger. And here's your mode. And the instructions are in the bag. But if you unscrew this and screw it back on, you're going to get your blinks. That's 4.1, so 4.1 volts on there. So 4.1 is almost completely charged. You can get 4.2, 4.3 out of it. When you're dropping down to about 3.7, it's definitely start to die out. Here again, this will blink when it's starting to die. Blink slow initially, and then it'll blink fast when it's really getting close to dying. And you'll see it'll drop down if you're in a turbo mode, like the highest level, 1000 lumens. It'll drop down to the next lumen setting when it starts to low run low on volts. So that's a nice little warning. And here's your kit. All right, light kit, dash kit, 2 extra batteries, and here's your dash. All right, so the new dash, we have these little bracket holders. You're going to see it's going to make perfect sense. Where when you strap them up, you just clip them in there, strap it over top. The new rubberized Velcro straps. And what we did is, for this mount, I ended up doing is I turned the mount sideways. Okay, and one of the big concerns for me with the board was being able to get a quick in and out. So the best way I could come up with that was to create these two that are going to be at the bottom. I actually have the board flipped around right now. I have to unscrew it and re-screw it on. But these will clip into the bottom, nice and easy. And then you'll be able to clip in the tops by hand, right? So I do have a new concept for the board that's going to have basically a kind of a V shoe. And it'll also have a little clip in it. So there'll be a V shoe here, and the new mount will be a little bit wider, still with the tacky adhesion pads, but you'll be able to just slip it in and it'll clip in, and then when you want it out, you'll be able to just push on the release and slide it back out. So I just started designing that and kind of running out of time. So I want to get this to you here, have you test it anyway. I think it's going to still work great for you, but that's the new concept. So here you have your 2 light carriers. Again, you can unscrew these via the thumb screw on the bottom and mount that to your helmet adapter if you want to put one on your helmet and leave one on the dash. This is kind of how I recommend strapping them with the Voyager made to the outside. That way you can easily flip it up, pull out the light, and then just flip it back down. So when you get to your positions where you have to hop off the bike and navigate or change from bike to boat or run, whatever, you'll be able to do that easily. Slip the lanyard in your hand, you can run on it. Okay. Underneath, I've got 2 of the skids. I've got the small skid and the large skid. Depending on the neck angle on your bike, you're probably going to end up with the large one, because I think your neck was actually the same as mine. You can reverse them too, FYI. So feel free to turn it off or pull it off, put it back on, and push it forward until it gets to the right elevation for you, so that you've got a nice trajectory, and then strap it down. Okay. So those are new skids. This is also a new thing we did. We got rid of the plastic claw over the front and went with these new TPU rubber pads that we're printing and adhering onto that. So let me know what you think of that. That's brand new. The heat set insert's brand new. All that stuff is making this even better. Okay, so here's your board. Maybe I'll turn it around so you can see it. All right. So there's the board. It's got 8 screws, 4 for the plate, and then 4 for the band holders. And I did decide to go all the way around because I thought if something broke, something happened in the field, it'd be better to have them, the elastic bands intact, so you can still use them on the board, right? You can pull these off and use them how you want. So I have the 2 sides over the top and bottom. You can obviously pull these off like so, and just use it top and bottom, or you could just use it left and right. Whatever works for you, feel free to make that happen. So when I ship it, I'm probably just going to take these bands off, FYI, but like so. Okay, so kind of when I was looking at the bands, I went with the 1/4 inch, or it's like almost 5 millimeters. Reason being, I was thinking when you have gloves, you want to be able to pull them, right? So be able to move the map around. Now these, let me know if these get in the way. I've kind of got an idea for version 2 to be able to get rid of these screw heads. And they're plastic screws, so when you take them on and off, you can't reef on them. But that's just keeping this nice and light. And I did plastic dip this. I have found a manufacturer of a waterproof board. So next version will be a waterproof board, and or possibly the carbon fiber. We'll see what I can find with that. So here again, here's the back mounts. The nuts are integrated, the threads are integrated into this plate, so you can just unscrew these and they come out. Same thing, you can unscrew these and the corners will come out. So if we need to replace a board, we'll just be able to take it apart and pop it onto a new board. All right. So again, when you want to put it into the rubber bands, you're gonna go the narrow side to the bottom, or feel free to play with this and make it how you want. But the concept is that you're gonna be able to just put them in there, stretch it down, and then snap the two top ones in. And like I said, I'll reverse the plate because I have it backwards to the words right now. All right, that's the kit. We'll talk, and I'll get the helmet mount knocked out here soon and get you that whole kit, which I think I described to you before is going to be the HC60, wherever that is. It's right here. So this is the new HC60 light. Again, this goes up to 1,000 lumens, and it'll have a 3400 mAh battery on it, the long life battery, and it's USB chargeable right here. Still submersible, still ANSI impact rated, and we're also gonna get you, hang on, there'll be a helmet mount with it, and there'll be this clip. So you'll be able to clip, this is going to mount right to there, and you'll be able to clip this onto your backpack. You'll be able to go horizontal or vertical, and you can run with it, do whatever you need to do. So I think this might be a nice addition for you. I love riding with at least one of the MH10, medium distant cast lights on the dash. Is great, reaches way out, and then stick this on the helmet and it fills everything in, around you close by. You don't need to run this at 1,000 lumens, by the way. Running it at medium works great, and it's more than I need, and then I get 6-7 hours out of it. Okay, so that's it. That's what you're getting, and I'll ship it out today.